Hi guys, I'm Adam Wilborn from WhatCulture Football.
And I'm a haircut adorned Andrew Pollard of WhatCulture Football.
Where's the Tilo lock's gone? It's such a shame.
I know, mate. I know.
We are here with all of today's footballing news once again. If you're a fan of this sort of thing, make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Football, wherever you get your podcast from. But Andrew, not a great deal of news to report today. Nothing.
I know.
Nothing. Lionel Messi's leaving Barcelona. It's happening.
It's crazy. It's crazy. That has me thinking we were just going to have to kill time for 10 or 15 minutes today. But instead, it's like the biggest story of the summer has taken its biggest turn yet, where it is happening. It's not just speculation. It's not just rumours. It's not just, no, Messi's a bit unhappy. Like, no, he has told the club. It's been reported by any reputable outlet on the planet that it's official. He sent, what I like is he sent a fax to Barcelona to say, yeah, I want to leave. That was on Tuesday, so yesterday as we're recording this, and he wants to. This is the even it gets juicier. It gets, no pun intended, messier. That he wants to leave for free, and there's just it's this legal minefield where Messi, as part of his contract, has built in that every year. I believe it's 10 days after the Champions League final, which would be normally the 10th of June, I think it was for this year, the intended Champions League final. That 10-day period would have been the 10th of June, where every year he can leave for free up until that certain period, so up until the 10th of June. And Barcelona are saying that, well, your release clause is 700 million euros, 630 odd million pounds. We want that because it's not the 10th of June anymore. And his argument is like, well, there kind of was that thing that delayed the season a little bit, so I'm pleading for that. So it's just there's so many, I don't know, just a legal minefield really, I guess, of who's in the right here, what will be the end result. It seems like the end result is definitely not, it's going to be Leo Messi not playing at the Camp Nou next season. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a hell of a 1-2 punch for Barcelona fans. Not only does one of the greatest players of all time want to leave your football club that you thought maybe he was going to stay at forever, but now, legally trying to wrangle a free transfer, not at the end of a contract, not something you could mentally prepare yourself for, but going, I think you'll find in the fine print I can leave. And you said yourself before we started recording, in a weird way, you do have to sort of feel for Ronald Koeman as well. He told everyone in the squad, apart from like 3 players, you're all crap, I'm going to sell you. And then he's just found out, I'm not going to be managing Lionel Messi. He's going to leave, and I'm not even going to get any money for him, potentially. But in better news, you could finally see if Lionel Messi can do it in the Premier League.
Yeah, there was instantly, as soon as this news kind of came out yesterday, Twitter was full of Man City fans wanting him there, Man United fans wanting him there, people saying that Messi was going to go to Inter Milan. It's Paris Saint-Germain. There was even a story that Arsenal are pretty much rooting down the side of their sofa to see how much they can get together to possibly make this happen. It's that sort of deal where this is the player that anybody and everybody would sell their own grandparents to get at their club. So it's crazy. And you think, you look at it, we talked about it in one of the pods last week, where what is there left for him to do really? He's the top goal scorer in the club's history with that ridiculous 600, I have it somewhere down here, 634 goals in 731 games, which is nuts. He's the top goal scorer in La Liga history with 444 goals there. He's got the most assists in La Liga history with 183 assists. He's won 10 La Ligas. He's won 4 Champions League, 6 Ballon d'Ors, 33 trophies in total at the club. What is there more? What more can Leo Messi do at that team? But then the other side is, well, this is the first year since 2007-8 that Barcelona have not won a trophy, and then this just happens to be the one where he's like, right, no, I'm off, fine. It's insane. And you've got Carlos Puyol, his former captain, taking to Twitter last night to support him. You've got Luis Suarez, his teammate, supporting him as well. The fans were protesting outside the Camp Nou yesterday, not because Messi is going to go, but they're protesting at the board because they don't like the board and they're supporting Messi. So it's nuts. It's nuts. It's happening.
Yeah, it's insane to think what is going to happen to Barcelona next season as a result of all this, especially if that free transfer goes through. But what I would say is, speculation about him going to City or United, he's played against and beaten some of the best teams in England. The real challenge would be joining a smaller club, a National League club, Chesterfield. Just a thought. You know, we've got new owners. If you want money, we probably don't have it. But have you seen the crooked spire? Mwah, it's beautiful. Just a thought. Anyway, let's move on. Let's talk about Harry Maguire. We were reporting yesterday, of course, that a trial of his in Mykonos. He's currently back home in England now, of course, after entering a not guilty verdict. But since he was found yesterday to be guilty of 3 charges, aggravated assault, resisting arrest, and repeated attempts of bribery. Loads of speculation as to the sort of cause of all this issues, let's just say generally with his sister, that sparked a fight, as I mentioned, in Mykonos. So not only has he been found guilty, but as a result of that, he has been withdrawn from England's Nations League games set to take place early next month. As a result of that guilty verdict, he was given a 21-month suspended prison sentence. So he's not going to prison, just to fill you in if you're not sure about that. But he is not going to be playing for England for a while. Understandable that he's been withdrawn from this squad. It's the unwanted attention that Southgate has been trying to avoid on numerous occasions. But a real shame this, because he is one of England's standout players, in my opinion, and one of the most important ones as we head to the tournament next summer in terms of a solid defensive presence. Yeah,
it's a blow for England, but I don't think Gareth Southgate was left with any other choice but to withdraw him. We talked yesterday when the squad was announced whether it was the right decision to call him up or to maybe have him miss out this time. And obviously Southgate did call him up, did stand by him in that regard. But I think once it's gone to court and the decision has been made, in this case, guilty of what was it, the 3 charges I've got written down here: aggravated assault, resisting arrest, and repeated attempts of bribery. I think once that's been proven guilty, in this case, I know obviously Harry Maguire's put an appeal in straight away. His legal team are dealing with that. But I think once that guilty verdict comes back, I think Gareth Southgate, his hands are tied on that. And as he put it, the decision to remove Maguire from the squad was in the best interest of all parties and with consideration of the impact on our preparations for next week.
Exactly. Interesting to see what happens with him and the Man United captaincy, etc.
I
think the phrase is untenable when it comes to his position in the England squad right now, and it'd be interesting to see what the likes of Michael Keane, Joe Gomez, Tyrone Mings do to step up in Maguire's absence. But anyway, Andrew Pollard, moving on.
Yeah, Barcelona-bound Michael Keane, by the way. That's every time I hear his name now, that's why I have a smirk on my face of, wasn't he linked with Barcelona last week? Insane. But yeah, somebody who is not moving next season is Antonio Conte, the manager of Inter Milan, it's been put out today that he will continue the project together with Inter after having the story first came from the ever-reliable Fabrizio Romano. Conte had a meeting with the Inter Milan president, Steven Zhang, after the Europa League final defeat against Sevilla, and he's staying, which normally you'd think, well, you've got a contract there, so why wouldn't you be saying you came second in the league, 1 point behind Juventus, you got to a European final. But it's Antonio Conte, where his toys went out the pram months ago, where he was complaining about the lack of squad depth there. Even though he'd gone out and spent 80 million euros on Romelu Lukaku, they brought in Diego Godin, obviously on a free transfer. They brought in Christian Eriksen for a reduced price of I think 20 to 25 million euros, because obviously his contract was coming to an end at Spurs. Ashley Young had gone there. They brought in Nicola Barella on loan with a view to a permanent deal, which is going through. They've signed Alexis Sanchez off Man United on huge wages. So he's had signings. But he still wasn't happy. And it's a strange one with Conte, because he should be happy. Inter Milan had a great season. They were 1 point off Juventus at the top of Serie A. They came second. They held off Atalanta into third place. And it's a team where 3 of the last 4 seasons they've come fourth. So he already had a good team to bounce off, to base his squad off. Handanovic in goal, Stefan de Vrij, Skriniar, Brozovic, Bastoni there, Lautaro Martinez, who's got a great partnership going with Romelu Lukaku. So he inherited a good squad, and he's made some relatively big name signings to it, and you've come second. So why would you leave?
Yeah, I think it's the right decision for all involved. Like you say, I really like Conte as a manager. I think he's so successful, and he's great at putting his strategy across to the players, in my opinion. I think it's going to be a fascinating season next year in Serie A, with him at the helm now confirmed, and like you say, with potential money to spend for Inter Milan. Really, really exciting. I'm also reminded now, when we talk about Antonio Conte, of Jose Mourinho saying, I'm not going to lose my hair talking about Antonio Conte. And if you like that insult, Go and check out the 10 best football insults ever right here on this channel. I had a lot of fun making that. There's some great ones out there. Right, let's finish up today with what I like to call a reverse Thomas Gravesen. That is a player going from Real Madrid to Everton. This being stunningly James Rodriguez. Yes, according to reports, he could be heading to Goodison Park. Loads of speculation about how much money that is going to cost him. He's still got a year left at Real Madrid. I think they want about 50 million euros. Everton probably more likely leaning towards 30 million euros. I know he's on wages of like 280 grand a week, so that's going to be fun working that one out. But yes, it could see him potentially join Carlo Ancelotti for a third time after playing him under him at Real Madrid and Bayern Munich. Ancelotti, big fan of James Rodriguez. When asked about him a while back, he said, I like a lot as a player. When I left Madrid, Rodriguez followed me to Munich. He came to play, but he followed me as a rumour to Napoli, and now he's following me to Everton as a rumour. I have to be honest, I like him a lot, but he's a Real Madrid player. I think he will still be a Real Madrid player. Nice bit of reverse psychology. We could see James Rodriguez as well as Lionel Messi in the Premier League next season, and I'd love to see it.
Yeah, and I love that you went with the Gravesen reference. Because I was before we did this, I was thinking this must be the first time anyone's ever gone from Real Madrid to Everton. But then instantly struck me the other way. It was like, oh, but there was Tommy Grav, which I've got a group chat.
What a life he's leading now, by the way. He's like a real estate guy. He's like already, played for Real Madrid, won loads of stuff probably, and now he's got a supermodel wife and loads of money in real estate, if I'm right in thinking.
Brilliant. Like Rick Steiner, almost. Yeah. But anyway, James Rodriguez, what a signing that would be for Everton. He seems, by all accounts, from, again, the usual outlets, BBC picked it up, Sky Sports have picked it up, that James seems keen on it. He wants a 3-year deal to go to Everton, to go to Goodison Park. Obviously, the draw there isn't necessarily, no offence, to play alongside Tom Davis. It's more the draw is, I get to play under Carlo Ancelotti again for a third time. And likewise, there's talk of Alan from Napoli wanting to go to Everton to play under Carlo Ancelotti again. And Everton,
Decore being linked as well.
Exactly what I was going to say then. And another one is Abdoulaye Decore off Watford, who Everton were in for last season. I think it was 36 million they had rejected last summer. And now Watford are prepared to take a little bit less than that. And I think Everton are just kind of playing hardball, because I think Watford won about 35. And Everton are saying, well, hold on, you got relegated. You really need the money now. If I'm an Everton fan, you think in the midfield next season, you could have Decore and Alan as kind of your doing the dirty work, as it were, or just with James in this kind of free role. And you look at it, and it's a little bit of an upgrade to what they've got right now.
Yeah, I think that could be a real game changer for them. But do let us know your thoughts in the comments section below about Rodriguez and potentially Lionel Messi being in the Premier League next season. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And subscribe to What Culture Football, wherever you get your podcast from, for daily football podcasts when you're out and about on the go. You can also continue the conversation on Twitter at WhatCultureFC. There, follow both of us. You can follow Andrew Pollard at
Cultured Left Peg.
And you can follow me at Adam Wilborn. Follow us all at WhatCultureFC, as I said. But this has been today's football news. Bit of a busy one. No doubt we'll keep you posted on any developments with that. But for now, thanks to Andrew Pollard. Thank you for joining us. And we will see you soon.